rise for the prayer. Today, as we start this, as this session opens, we pray that your presence will be before us and everyone who serves in the decision-making process of our city. We pray for the direction in which we'll leave our city to be strong and unified. May we continue the legacy of our founders. May we be granted this day of wisdom to make decisions for which will be good for the city. We also pray for your special blessing on all those who are working to transform our city to make it a better place to live and work. Amen. Pledge of allegiance, please. Pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America, and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Roll call, Mr. Clerk.
Mayor Leahy.
Yes.
Council Mercia.
Here.
Council Noon.
Here.
Council Rourke.
Here.
Council Samaras.
Here.
Council Chow.
Here.
Council Conway.
Here.
Council Drinkwater.
Here.
Council Elliott.
Here.
That's 9 present.
Thank you. Now we're on to the mayor's business. We have presentation from Fruit and Kim, a gift from the city council, a gift to the city council from the city of Bamenda in Cameroon. Good evening.
Good evening. Honorable Mayor, distinguished councilors, the good people of Lowell, I bring greetings to you from Bamenda, your sister city. You will recall that in 2002, then Mayor Rita Mercier, on November 5th, 2002, he, with the approval of this honorable house, voted unanimously to establish a transatlantic relationship with the city of Bamenda in the southern Cameroon, now the Republic of Ambazonia. And since then, this noble house, or the people of Lowell, have treated the people from Cameroon, and particularly from Bamenda, and make Lowell our home. We are very happy and blessed to be members of this community. With all these years, that transatlantic relationship has been nurtured by this noble house. And in 2007, our king from Bamenda, His Royal Highness King Anwafo the Third, visited this noble house. And if my memory trusts me well, I would say that that's the first African traditional ruler that has actually been made an honorary member of this noble house. So in 2008, the president of Cameroon wanted to change the constitution to make himself life president. And the people of Bamenda organized a civil disobedience. So he sent his army, they killed the people, they killed so many people. This noble house voted unanimously to condemn that act. And in 2017, he waged war on the English-speaking Cameroon. This noble house, too, voted unanimously when I brought the graphic images of the killings in Bamenda. You voted unanimously to condemn that act and actually recognize the Southern Cameroon and Republic of Ambazonia. Mayor Kennedy made a speech which BBC picked, and around the world they cited Lowell as an example of standing up for injustice all over the world. When I heard that, I was so proud. And in 2017 again, the interim president of the Southern Cameroon, also known as Republic of Ambazonia, visited the city of Lowell, was welcomed by Councillor Rodney Elliott, former city manager Murphy, and former chief of police Taylor. So with all this nurturing, the people of Bamenda are asking themselves that, how come thousands of miles away, people who have not met them, they have so much compassion for them. So they brought a token gift of their own appreciation. It may just be little, but I just want to thank this noble house and the people of Lowell for bringing their pain to the world. So we have here a traditional bag that is handmade with greetings saying, "Greetings from Bamenda," and also a cloth that is handmade
Nice. Oh, that's
saying,
beautiful.
"Greetings from Bamenda, your sister city."
That's beautiful.
Thank you. Very beautiful.
So standing here, I have Mr. George Foyong, who is representing the president of the Cameroonians of Lowell Association, and I also have my son through Junior. So again, we'd like to thank the city council and the wonderful people of Lowell, and to let you know that Bamenda doesn't forget. Even they are crying right now. There's a silent genocide that is going out there, and any help that this noble council can give so that the world can take note, we'll really appreciate it. Thank you very much.
Thank you. The City of Lowell appreciates your generosity, and we appreciate you coming tonight with the presentation. And thank you for all that you do for your country and what you do here for the City of Lowell. Appreciate it. Thank you for. Thank you. Next, I need a motion to accept and place on file the minutes of the meeting of January 21st by Councilor News.
Prue, how was your Christmas?
Oh, my Christmas was very peaceful. Thank God, the family, the kids
Oh, you seem
enjoyed a peaceful Christmas and a happy New Year. And the only sad news is coming from Cameroon, where people are still under the guns.
Before we go to the sad news, since you have a daughter who's a professor in a university, you obviously have some kids that are older, into their 20s. Have they made you a grandparent yet?
Cliff, I'm still running after you to catch up.
Yeah, well, you better pick up some speed.
I'm still miles behind you. Grandfather and a great-grandfather.
That's true. John,
I'm all set. No,
you're not a grandparent?
no.
It's too bad.
I can wait.
You have kids old enough?
I do. Yeah.
How are things in Cameroon?
Not very good. But on the other side, it's good because the people yearning freedom, they're not giving up. And on the other side, the oppressor, they are equally not giving up, lying and bringing all tactics. Right now, they said there are parliamentary elections that are coming up this month. And they are bossing militaries. This week, they sent almost 10 trucks of military and bossing civilians from the French side to come and vote. And they are going over the country and in Nigeria, putting people in buses and flying them into Cameroon
and telling the whole world that these are the refugees that are coming back. But the whole world knows that all that is all lies and deception.
So the Nigerian government is still cooperating with the Francophone Cameroonian government.
Well, if you know Nigeria very well. I mean, they cannot be trusted. The civilians are very good though, because they are supporting the civilians and feeding them and housing them. But the politicians, they always play politics with people's lives.
Yeah. My early recollections as a kid about Nigeria's civil war, so that must have been what, the 60s, the 50s?
Yep.
Yeah. Ugly, ugly.
And also the people of Bamenda, Cliff, they watch your interview with John at LTC. Right now, if you look, there are almost 25,000 that have seen it. And actually, I got a present here for City Life show sent to me from Bamenda. That I should give. Let me just open it. And so.
Greetings from... Thank you.
It's really just.
That's good. It's nice. Yeah. Very nice.
So, greetings from Bamenda, your sister city. Yes.
That's good.
Nice, very nice.
Thank you. It's given to you all the way from Bamenda. They have been watching your show, and they said that's a token of their appreciation for your relentless sacrifice for them.
Thank you very much.
You're welcome, John.
Very nice.
So that's a good thing. The mail is still working between Bamenda and the United States. There is some communication,
Oh, yes.
but there's still oppression.
Yes. There is communication. People are moving, they're traveling. So someone actually traveling, they gave that present to them. They watch your show, and they have been watching this show for over 3 years now. They keep asking themselves what to preserve 1 hour every month to talk about their plight to the world.
Well, I think that too, that as Americans, we believe in freedom, and we cheer anyone who is working on their freedom. I think that countries become a little tired of trying to impose freedom on people. You gotta want freedom.
That's very true because of the sister city relationship between Lowell and Bamenda. Lowell is on record as being the first city to condemn what the atrocities and what President Paul Biya, who's been in power for close to 40 years now, has done to the English Cameroon. And when that resolution was passed last year in May of 2017, BBC picked it up, and many people around the world were really applauding what Lowell has done. And I also would like to bring greetings from the people of Bamenda on the ground for Lowell for standing up to them in their worst moments.
I think that's good. So parliamentary elections are coming how soon in Cameroon?
There will be this month, actually in 2 weeks' time. 2 weeks' time. But on the English part of Cameroon, almost all candidates have been banned. Right now, they have declared no a lockdown zone. No, people are not moving. They will not go out and vote. So that's why the military is bossing in. The government is bossing in military and also bringing French Cameroonian from the French part of Cameroon into the English side so that they can vote to present a false hope to the whole world that elections are going on, which is very, very terrible.
Do we know, is the UN or any other international organization supervising?
Oh, there's no supervision. They're just making so that they can take the pictures. The UN is on the ground because right now the UN actually not even going through the French Cameroon. They just fly into the English Cameroon because the government prevents them from coming in. And the worst thing is that they bring civilians, and the president they welcome them at the capital city in Yaoundé. That these are the refugees that are returning from Nigeria. At the same time, they are burning the villages. If you see, those images are just so graphic that I just feel bad bringing them and putting them on the show, but they are really, really, really horrible. The burning and killing has been intensified.
Yeah, it'll take a while to recover from that. But here's the thing, you can call Representative Roy Trahan. Some nice young man will pick up the phone and you can leave a message. I called and I said that I was glad the president had taken out. So
she is well informed because I presented her with the file and all those pictures, those graphic pictures and everything. I presented a file with a sample with letters from other Congress men and women from other states. So her office is well informed.
Trying to provide information to your Congress critters, I think, is important because they blow with the wind. It seems to me Senator Elizabeth Warren, our senior senator, was happy. You can contact these people. This is not Russia. You won't get in trouble for contacting your political elected person. So, anything else on Cameron? I don't want to neglect anything.
Oh, well, like I said, it's only right now we still call on the international community and people like what City Life Show is doing to keep the pressure on and keep informing the people, and that the government, the struggle has taken a new phase, and that the government has equally dispatched so many surrogates and has so many lobbies in Washington that they are working to silence any voice that is highlighting the atrocities. But the people are resolute on the ground. They had their freedom before, and no one will stop them from getting that freedom. And I appreciate every support from the international community.
Check how President Trump responded.
Yeah. Shifting just a little further north in Cameroon, I understand the Francophones at the northern end are having to deal with Boko Haram, a Muslim fundamentalist group that likes to kidnap schoolgirls and stuff like that. Have they trickled down into the Anglophone part of Cameroon?
I don't really think so, but believe so. But the government and the politics, the politics on the ground and knowing what is going on in the English side of Cameroon, that the world is not. The government deliberately does not want the world to know, but they will push Boko Haram and place it out there just because they are using that to get money from the West. And that money is being used to suppress any internal is the reason why it has gone so long without the problem between the English Cameroon and French Cameroon at the world arena, because if they will always say that Boko Haram is a threat. Yes, Boko Haram is a threat, but the government is also using that to commit a genocide. And that genocide is also worse than what Boko Haram is doing, because it can indirectly destabilize the whole of Central Africa.
So the United States has some small military force in Africa that it's been using to fight Boko Haram, support other nations fighting Boko Haram, but they're pulling out. This doesn't have any impact on the situation in Cameroon, does it?
Well, I mean, it can only have some positive impact on the civil problem in Cameroon, because right now the whole world will be able to focus attention and see the crimes that the government is causing within the country. Because how come a president for 40 years and he's using all these excuses to stay in power, and when once things are hot for him internally, he says Boko Haram, and we see images of him burning villages, killing people alive, and is that not the same thing that Boko Haram is doing?
It is.
So the president, by doing so, he is worse than Boko Haram, because like I said, with this, he's indirectly setting up the flame that can destabilize the whole Central Africa.
So, is there a government in exile somewhere for Amazonia, the Anglophone part?
Yeah, the interim president is in Washington, D.C.
Oh, okay. So he's local.
Yeah, the interim president is Washington, D.C. and thanks to the United States of America giving refuge to them.
He's been in, he's been in Washington, D.C. for a long time, right?
Yeah, he's been in Washington, D.C. for close to 2 years now, after they elected the first interim president in Nigeria. So, Cliff, as you said, I mean, America welcome people who seek their freedom. That's a good example right there.
It is. About to take a break. You got any last thoughts you'd like to give us?
Oh, well, Happy New Year.
Happy New Year.
I pray that this new year bring peace in Cameroon. And I will take this moment to address also my fellow Cameroonians in the diaspora, that I was told that unity is strength, and that instead of us fighting amongst ourselves, spending time on social media writing negative and insulting each other, we should learn from this blessed country that we are, that people can disagree without killing each other. And that one thing that America has taught us is that people can fight internally, and then when they go out, they act like one for the good of the people. Because what I really realize is that Amazonians out of Cameroon are the very ones who are destroying the struggle. That people like Cliff, John, the entire Lowell population who've not been to Cameroon, they are standing us up and advocating for our rights to gain our own independence. But when they read what they put on social media, they are very, very disappointed. I've received some complaints from people who are really genuinely willing to support us. But when they look at Cameroonians, what they are writing and fighting is very bad. I always believe that charity begins at home. We have to be united, and then we also have to respect each other and know that we have differences, but that there is a common enemy, and the common enemy was saying, we follow the British system, and we are part of the British community around the world. We should act like one, so that once we are approaching our sympathizers, they should know that we are united. And I would not end without thanking the people of Lowell for their relationship between Bamenda, which is the economic capital of southern Cameroon, and Lowell Telecommunication and the City Council, and to end up with this wonderful show, City Life show, that has dedicated 1 hour every month to talk about the sufferings of the people thousands of miles away, that through me you've had the connection, the relationship with them. And also I want to thank the panelists on this show tonight, this morning, for asking to know how the people in southern Cameroon and Bamenda are feeling. And I wish all of us a very peaceful New Year 2020.
I think you put it well. I mean, we all claim the rights of Englishmen. We all look back to 1066 and the Magna Carta, and the idea that men should be free. And I think that that's something to unify around. Thank you very much for coming.
Yes.
And Happy New Year.
Thank you. Thank you.
And Fro, thanks for the gift. It's great. Very nicely done.
Very nicely
Thank you
done.
very much.
Yes.
And Fro, you're the glue that makes this happen. If it wasn't for you, none of this would happen. So pat yourself on the back too, my friend. Happy
That
New Year.
cloth is a thank you note from Bamenda,
Well,
your sister city.
we appreciate it. Thank you very much. And Happy New Year.
Happy New
We're
Year.
back in a few minutes. Thanks.